Hello again, my mate Vince here, trying to fix up the cheapest Rolls Royce in the country. And in this video today I'm going to be hoping to get through a few things. But first of all, what I want to do is find out why the horn on this is not working. So pretend now I'm driving down the road and the local riffraff get in front of me. Get out of my way! There's nothing happening. Even when I put it to run here, there's still nothing happening. Now, there's nothing happening because there is no horns in this car. It's some of these cars have air horns as well, but this one I don't believe does. But it should have a low and a high horn. Apparently, dual horns make for a nicer sound. So two different pitches, which is supposed to make for a more, I don't know, uniform, nicer horn sound. But I've had a look underneath the car. I can't see any horns. But yeah, I have got these sticking out here, these wires. So I'm thinking maybe this is where they used to be. So if you have a look here, I've got two wires here, and they look like the sort of connections that would go onto a horn. And also, if we get down a little bit lower, there were some others under. Here we go. These ones here as well. So I think maybe that's one bracket for a horn. And I don't know where. Here we go. That's another bracket there, isn't it? Just here. So what I need to do is, first of all, we need to find out, is it just not working because we haven't got the horns connected, or is there an electrical problem? Have these horns been, why have the horns gone missing? Because this car was sold as a whole. It wasn't broken unless it got started, unless basically the guy started to sell some bits off. Not too sure. But anyway, look what I've bought. I bought some horns that I think would be kind of period. So they're Lucas horns, and they're low and high. So you see here, trumpet, horn, high tone, and trumpet, horn, and low tone. Annoyingly, when they came through, I thought they might be metal, because I thought, you know, these might be old stock. But look, this is all plastic here. But saying that, 1980s, it might have been plastic in the rolls anyway. It says they're 12 volt. So I think what we should do to begin with is let's get the multimeter, let's get it connected onto here and try to get the leads up onto the bonnet, and let's actually hit the horn on the inside and see if we suddenly have 12 volts. Right, so I've just got them jammed into the connectors there. I don't care which way round they go, because it's either going to come up as positive 12 volts or negative 12 volts. And we are on the DC scale, because that's what it's going to be, DC. Right, hopefully now, when we hit the horn, it's going to jump up. So first of all, I don't know if the horn works or not. Let's just zoom in here. Excellent, you can see it. Right, I'm going to hit the horn now. Right, so that's not doing anything. Now what I'm going to do is put this to on. Now hit it again. Yes, I can see it. Look at this when I hit the horn. Ready? There you go, 11.5 volts. That's when I hold it on. Fantastic. My battery's quite flat in this. Right, let's go on to the other connectors now and see if they're measuring 12 volts. But obviously it only works when the ignition is on. Right, this one only has one terminal, the other one's been removed, and also the wires are quite hard and also quite corroded as well. Haven't got so much hopes on this one here. Anyway, we're on the same scale there. Ignition on. Zoom in. Result. Fantastic. So they've just removed the horns for some reason. Right, in theory they should work. I don't know which side's supposed to be low, I don't know which side's supposed to be high. Realistically, it's not going to make a difference. They're about a foot apart from each other, so who cares? Right, let's get those horns connected up. I also have to put a new terminal, a kind of, not spade terminal, well, a female spade terminal onto one of the wires. Okay, so what I did is I got a little terminal kit just from eBay off spades and sockets, like male and female. So I need to make sure I find one that will fit onto these spade terminals here nicely. Also, when it comes to nuts and bolts as well, there's quite a few in my dad's shed, but sometimes it's just nice to have them sorted. So I put my hand in my pocket and I bought these ones. Now I think these were called 8 something, like, I don't know if that's to do with the hardness, but I looked up on a couple of car forums and people were swearing by using these bolts, because I thought to begin with I might get stainless steel, But then I think when it comes to more load bearing stuff, you've got to be very careful with stainless steel because there's so many different grades of it. So I went for these because they're just supposed to be quite good for not corroding, and also they're supposed to have a big hardness. But then after I bought them, I did a bit more reading. It apparently is not, it's not a con, it's just that I think years ago they used to have different quality of bolts, but now I think everybody that makes them don't bother making the 4 quality anymore, and they go for the 8 anyway. So in other words, I've probably just paid more for bolts that you would pick up anywhere, because maybe they don't make the cheaper style of bolts anymore if it's just as easy to make them really hard and really resistant to corrosion. So anyway, I've got a nice selection of M4, M5 and M6 along with the washers and the spring washers as well. So when you use a spring washer, it puts a bit of force back on the nut and it's less likely to undo through vibration and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to get these fitted. I also need to strip back and crimp up a new little terminal here. I've already got one of these crimping things from years ago when I was working with an electrician. So yeah, I think it should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, quite straightforward. Now, not that it makes a difference because these will definitely work. If you look here, if I use a red one, you will see that it will fit very nicely onto here with a nice bit of wiggle. There you go, so that's on there nicely. But look at these compared to, you ready? The ones that's already on here. How nice are these? Look at the size of them. You can just tell that they're much better quality. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure my ones will last fine, but look at that. But you know what, this is the kind of problem, unless you research every single part of everything you do, these are the things that are available on Amazon and eBay, you know. And it's not exactly as if I've gone for the cheapest ones there. That's just what they are. Now I'm sure you can probably buy something similar to this, but I'm going to have to do a huge heap of research and probably find some UK company that will only sell them per 1,000 or something. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it, that everything now just seems to be online because it's so easy to shop around. Everything really is just a race to the bottom. But anyway, let me get these fitted. Right, so I've removed these arms here because they're not going to be needed, because we've got a nice little mounting point. Well, in fact, we've already got the arm, haven't we, coming down from here, so that's not going to be needed. So what I'm going to do is put this onto that point there, and then on top of that, on the top side, then I'm going to put the washer, then the spring washer, and then the nuts on top of that, like that. Right, so I'm going to be using one of the red ones. I've stripped back the copper here. And I stripped it back until it was like cleaner, because the ends were quite corroded. Right, so I can see the copper sticking out there now. Let's give it a crimp and see what's going on. Now I'm not sure what size I don't even know what size these are. Does it say? No. Let's have a look here. Might be a bit big. Well, I suppose it's going to be the smallest one. 0.75 to 2.5 mil. Let's try that. Well, that's certainly crimped on. That's not going to go anywhere. Right, now, I haven't got one of these big rubber sleeves thing to go with it. I'll tell you what I will do, though. I'll have a look by the burner phone, just in case they threw it in there. You never know. No such luck, but I do want to show you something in there in a minute. Now, when it comes to this one, because these wires are definitely shorter than the other side, I'm going to have to put it on the arms, because look, the mounting bracket is here and I haven't got enough room for the wires. The horn will end up pointing the wrong way, which is not really a problem, but you want it pointed out in front, don't you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the arms on these ones here, and that will allow me to position it like that, and I'll still be able to have it pointed forwards. But I'll do that in a minute. But look, check this out. I was in here in the burner phone box, and look, there's a parking thing here for Bolton Council, that's up north, and it's from the 1st of September 21. So this car has actually been on the road not that long ago, which is pretty impressive. And then while I was down here, I thought to myself, ooh, this looks kind of like interesting down here. And I've been reading through the little booklet that came with it, and it mentioned about a fuse box somewhere down here, but it wasn't very clear. But check this out. Let me just lie down, hold on. If I open up this door here, and if I squidge along a bit, this car's so comfy. Ah, look at this, you ready? You ready for this? Ah, look at that. Look at that in there. All the fuses. So I'm looking forward to looking through there and seeing what's what. Maybe some fuses have blown, and you know, there might be some easy fixes. It's all labelled up everywhere as well. Brilliant, isn't it? Nice bit of leaves and stuff, so you can tell it hasn't been, you know, there's been no attempt to make it in a good condition to sell the thing, which is good, because at least it's in a complete honest state of ruin. Anyway, let's get these horns on. Okay, we're done. So you can see we've got one here and we've got one here, and they're both on nice and securely, and they're both basically lined up just by either side of these bits off the number plate. So let's go in, put the ignition on, and let's see if it works, and then what I need to do is I need to disconnect one of them to see if the other one is still working, and then we know they're both working. Here goes. Good news is it's not going crazy. So ready? Oh god, I'm slightly nervous. Nice. Fantastic. Right, okay, let's disconnect one and see if it's still making a noise. Then we know they're both working, don't we? Oh no, I have to disconnect. No, I have to. No, that's not going to make any sense. I've got to disconnect one at a time. So let's just do this one first of all. That's disconnected, so I'm just going to press the button again now. I'll just leave the camera where it is. Well, I wasn't expecting that. The other one is not working, but yet we had 12 volts there, didn't we? A second. I know the angle's completely wrong. Right, let's see what's going on. Have I definitely got them both connected? Well, I wasn't expecting that not to work. Right, let's drop it down. I wonder, is it corrosion on this terminal here? Well, I want to see if it works now. Excellent, it does work, and it did give a different tone as well. I think it is just this one here needs more cleaning up. I don't want to change it to a new one because I like the old ones. They've even got a little thing here, to release, you see. They're just lovely. Let me spray some contact cleaner in there. I'd like to do the other ones while I'm here. I'll leave that one disconnected until I have this one fully back on. Right, that's that one working. I'm just going to connect up this one this side. Right, now let's try it. See if I can hear the difference between both working. I probably can't. Come on now. Oh, you can. You can. Ah, that's nice. I would do my bup, 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 bup. There you go, but I don't want to annoy the neighbours. Fantastic. Right, so the horn is now working. Does the horn work when I go over to here? No, so it has to be on run. Right, okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And good news is you can actually make it sound quite friendly, your little beep beeps. Isn't it amazing how a beep beep, the difference between a burp and a beep beep, can be the difference between like, who's that? And like, oh, hi, how you doing? Weird, isn't it? So that is the horn done. Do you know what I think I'm going to do now? I think I've got other little jobs, like I bought a new air filter box because, you know, I've got the K&N filter. But I've also bought a new, not a new, but these are all used parts, obviously. It's Rolls Royce, I can't be buying new. I've also bought a new wing mirror because unfortunately this wing mirror here, you know, I do like to repair stuff, but this is never going to be repairable, because the actual casting has broken here, and I need the wing mirrors to be able to fold in because it's quite a wide car. So when we go through width restrictions in the UK, there's a lot of width restrictions, 6'6" restrictions to stop lorries and stuff driving down residential roads, and on a big car often you would have to tuck your wing mirrors in because some of the bollards can come up quite high. So I've bought a new one of them, or a second-hand one of them. I think that was around £80. The Airbox was only about £10 or something. I've got it there, really cheap. I'll flash up the prices up on screen. So let's fit in the wing mirror here. I won't care whether it works or not because that can be in a different episode, but at least let's get it connected up. And yeah, let's get the Airbox in, because at the moment somebody thought it was a good idea to fit one of them. And you know what, it probably is a good idea because I believe you can wash these out and stuff, so they're reusable. But look, it just doesn't look right. You need it to go nicely in the box in here. Yeah, not you know, not just resting on top there, although of course it does work. It just doesn't look right to me. So yeah, let's do that. Right, looking at the replacement one, it looks like the massive bolt goes through here. I don't know if it's an Allen key one or a slotted one, I can't see in there. But on this one here, I'm going to add some WD-40 because I need to loosen this up. And as well, I'm going to add some white lithium grease in here because it feels a little bit crusty. Remember, it is second hand. It feels, when I'm moving it around the place, it doesn't feel that. There you go. It doesn't feel that it wants to move that well, so I'm going to spray in here to try to loosen it up a little bit. But I'm also going to spray in the little hole in here because I need to get this one out of the car. So I'm going to let that work its way in. Now, a lot of people are telling me that WD-40 is not actually very good for loosening up thing. It doesn't penetrate very well. The problem is I've got loads of it at the moment, so I'm going to use it until it's gone, and then next time when I go to buy one, then I'll buy something that will work better. So yeah, I'm not ignoring the comments. And also remember, my videos are filmed now quite a bit in advance, like a few weeks in advance of what you've seen on the Rolls Royce. So when you tell me something, I might not actually, I read it obviously when you tell me it, but then I might not actually look like I'm taking any action until, for example, 5 or 6 videos later. Right, anyway, let's get this thing freed up. easier. So I presume these two here are going to be to heat it, and these 4 here would be to make it move up, down, left and right. Do you know what? I think it's an Allen key, a hex key. Well, 2.5 is too big and 2's too small, so I don't know what's going on. That's definitely too small, that one. Do you know what? I think it's just a part that was sent to me. Because if you look here, I'm sure I'll be able to get it out because I can reuse the bolt from here. But with this one here, 2.5's undoing. Do you know what? I'm wondering if I have to go the other way to, oh no, maybe not. Right, I should be able to disconnect these from the inside. No, I can't get to them. Oh, here we go. You can put it through. Excellent. Great. The part that's really easy to change. Fantastic. Right. Now I've just got to try to free up the one down there. At least I know what proper bolts I'm using. And I'm just going to spray some contact cleaner in here as well and get rid of all this. I'm going to get a hammer screwdriver and tap it a few times, see if I can get this old bolt loosened up. I don't even need to keep it because I've got a good one in here. They've screwed it in far too far. There's no way that's coming out. Yes, I got it, I got it, I got it. I think it's going to be a struggle all the way on this. Excellent, got there. To be fair, it looks pretty good when it came out. Why don't we just leave it with this? We know this comes in and out now. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Right, let's get this back on the car. Right, you can't put these on wrong because there's a little notch, so it only goes in one way. And these have little guide pins, so you can't put these in wrong either. So I'm just lining it up with the marks from the old paintwork, so it's going to be the same as it was before. I know I've put it on now, but it's nice as well because there's massive, huge, like clamp things to clamp onto. So you know, once these are on, you're going to have a lot of confidence that they're going to stay on. It won't be coming off when you go through like a car wash. Well, that rub screw's going in lovely now. Excellent. Well, that appears to be on nicely. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, should we just see out of curiosity to see whether the electric side of it is working? So you can see now it's in nicely there. Here, I need to bend those in a little bit more, but yeah, that's going to be okay. Let's put it to run. Now let's see if it's going to do anything. So we have the switch down here. Now I don't know if these are working or not, but let's see. Excellent, that's up. Down. Oh, it's got a lot of power there. Oh, it's speeding up. Come on, you can do it. Okay, it's not so good left and right, but it is working. tell you what, let's go down a little bit. Yeah, works really nice up and down. Well, do you know what? I'm leaving it like that. Well, let's see if this one works. Ah, this one doesn't move up and down, but it moves left and right. Could be a switch problem though. Excellent. Okay, we'll do that in another video. Right, now let's do the airbox thing in the under the bonnet. Now here is the airbox that I got off eBay. I thought it was only half. The picture showed just half of it, the half I needed. They gave me the whole thing, but I can probably just leave the bottom half in the car. I just need to make sure it is the same one. So I got that, and also I got a little surround for the inside. Look at all the oil or grease or dirt or whatever that is, I don't know. But I've got a little surround on the inside as well for the passenger door window up and down switch, so that's missing. But yet in the burner phone box I've got the insert, but I haven't found that anywhere yet, so I bought that. This and this together, I think it was £20 or £22 or something, but this is interesting. So I was trying to get a filter for here, and every time I was typing in like Rolls Royce filter and stuff, it's they were wanting like 20 something pound for it, really expensive for a filter. Annoyingly, every time I go to Euro car parts, and maybe somebody can help me with this, when I put in the registration number of my car, it doesn't exist. And when I put in Rolls Royce Silver Spirit 1988, it says that they have no parts available. But yet I know that they would have this for sale in Euro car parts and car parts for less, for next to nothing. But it doesn't allow you. I can't search on that website without putting in a registration of a car, which is really annoying. Why can't I just search for products? Because I know what filter I need. The filter I need is a UE70123. So anyway, I was not having any luck with that. But I kept on searching on eBay, and eventually I found one that was listed for a Volvo, which is exactly the same filter. So if you look here, this will be a... well, we can see the same size. I've already done the measurements and stuff like that before I ordered it. But look, can you see that that is the same filter? Yeah, and I got this one for something like £8 delivered, so much cheaper. So I'm going to put the new filter in, and then put the new box in, put the new filter in, and get rid of that horrible K&N filter. Well, I don't mean it's horrible, obviously, it's probably very good, but to me it doesn't suit the car. Let's do it. Few people noticed this here, including Stephen Shaw, and when I was stripping it back I didn't notice at all. But look at that, that is a perfect Aylesbury duck, isn't it? White here, you can see the eye here, you can see the beak here, and then the body starting to go down here, then it's cut off there, and a little tuft of hair up the top here. So yeah, that should be my my new mascot. Maybe I should rename the car from the beast to the Aylesbury duck. Please fit. Yes, perfect. And I think that was off a Bentley 8, because sometimes if you're searching, it might be a little bit cheaper to buy parts for a Bentley 8 than a Rolls Royce Silver Spirit. Excellent. Right, okay, let's get this on here. Yes, it is going to fit perfectly in here. Okay, brilliant. Well, what I'm going to do is, before I put it on, I'm going to give it a nice big clean up with some wet wipes. What I did as well, I bought some industrial wet wipes, so I'm hoping they're going to be a lot bigger. Okay, to be fair, they're not that much bigger. Maybe they're stronger.
Well, I think we can all agree that I definitely got ripped off on those wet wipes, didn't I? A massive bucket and then just a small amount in the middle. Looks to be the about equivalent of 1 or 2 packets. Yeah, I think I paid £12 or £13 for that. Well done, Vince. Anyway, they are very nice smelling, so I have to admit, although they're pricey, they are a pleasure to use. Now, another pleasure is the My Mate Vince Massive, and the members this month consist of kitsdigital.com, Kip Hakes, Max Rokotansky, Having Fun Repairs, Ellensburg Amplifier Repair and Service, Will Michaelis, Chris Seal, Felipe at MrKeeps.com, King Curd from Lowbook Auto Sales, DJVG, Stuart Park, Ellis Garbett, Pigsy, the My Mate Vince Fan Club, Braden Butts from Connecticut, Kenneth Blenstrop Sorensen, Simba Tinaboo, Gabe McCandless, and Extreme 401. Massive thank you, guys.
Okay, to be fair, they're nice and strong. So although they're not really any bigger at all compared to a normal wet wipe, they certainly are stronger. They don't break as easy. Right, so I've given this a good clean and I've given it a good clean in here as well. So let's try to get this hose back on here. I'm just going to line up the box. Let's get the Jubilee clip back on. On there well now. Let's get a nice clean filter in. Right, so we've got the clean filter in there. Now this should just all clip into place. There we go. Oh, that looks so much nicer. Oh yes, look at that. Oh, it's been cleansed. That's how it should look, as intended. So there we have it. That's so much nicer. So now when you look in the engine bay, oh, to me that makes a world of difference. Right, let's start it up, see if it's still running. Imagine if it had no power now. Really, really weak. There we go. So there we have it, very happy with today's work there, nice and straightforward. So horns are now fixed, both high and low, and you need that for an MOT, that's very important, it wouldn't pass without that. I now have a wing mirror which works, and I've got an engine bay which looks more standard, which is fantastic. Now just to finish off the video, I thought what a nice place to add some names would be the horns. Now, what sort of people would you put on the horns? That's right, you would put people that are very loud. Anyway, look, I started off, I thought, who would be the loudest one? And I thought, yeah, go for it. The Coda. The Coda's up there. And then I went through. You've got Wayne's New Repairs there. And you've got Zig's Fix. Have I got anything at the bottom on that one? No, but I can add something to there if I please at a later date. I've got, this one's a great one here. Meet Popsicle. Best name ever. Kitdigital.com. I've got there, Having Fun Repairs. Going around the side there. I've got, apologies, I'm lying on my back. Who have I got there? Ellis Garbett, another troublemaker. And who have I got round here? Around here, I've got Nandi Brutler. So there you have it. Oh, hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Plenty more to do, and I've ordered up some more stuff as well. So what have I ordered? I've ordered up a wiper for over there, because remember the inside one's completely worn, there's nothing I can do about that. So I've ordered that up. I've also ordered up, because I'm not happy with that. I know it's silly because it shouldn't really make much difference when the car's in such a state, but I've ordered up a proper squirter and a proper surround there. And because I'm not happy with the Halford ones here, because I just think they feel a little bit loose and flimsy, I've ordered up one of them as well. And I've ordered up the proper T-junction. You know, the T-junction that goes down here, instead of bodging up that other one in the previous video, I've ordered up a proper one of them. Not too bad, I got it from Flying Spares. It was, I think, £31. So I know that's expensive, but I think it's a brand new part, and it was really very, very hard to source. They had to get it for me. So yeah, very, very happy with that. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.